YouTube, welcome back. Another video. This should be an interesting one. We're going to one of my customers' cat skid steer. It's a fairly new machine. I think it's a 2024, so it's only a year or a couple years old. And we've got a bit of broken telephone between trying to get the story out of the operator over the phone, and it's just, things just don't make sense. He says there's a lot of water in the water separator. The skid steer died on him, drained out the water separator, and it was just all water, and skid steer cranks doesn't start. So I guess he said he hasn't filled it up today at all, and it's still got half a tank. So I find it odd that it would be water causing this, and it never happened right from the get-go in the morning. So I guess we'll find out. I'm curious. I'm sure it's going to be an interesting one. So we got a 2-hour drive to the job site, and yeah, stay tuned. Alright guys, here's the machine, 289 D3. This is the one the guys are talking about. Cranks won't start. And I guess we'll see what's going on. They had mentioned something about a bunch of water being in the bowl, in the water separator. And it just, I just talked to the operator now. He said they drained it out, and then ever since they drained the bowl out, it won't start. So let's see if the electric lift pump's working here when you turn the key on. That'll tell us a lot of information. Alright, key is on, the pump is running, and I don't see any fuel being pumped into the bowl. Well, first things first, we'll check the fuel tank, make sure that that didn't get forgot about. And we'll check the gauge, and then we'll check it with a stick as well, or something, in case the fuel gauge isn't working properly. Alright, the fuel gauge is reading full on the screen. I'm going to check it with this grade stick. Definitely full. So since the tank is full, I just verified that, and we're not getting fuel in the filter bowl, and the electric lift pump's running. We're going to pull the supply line from the tank, and we're going to blow back to tank and see if it's plugged. These skid steers don't have a screen on the bottom of the suction tube. They just have a tube that just feeds into the tank, and that's it. So if something's floating around in the tank, it could definitely block it up. And it's also common that these rubber lines, they connect to a steel line that is formed around the tank, and with time the dirt packs in, the lines get kind of rusty if there's a lot of water in the bottom. And usually on an older machine you see it. I wouldn't expect it on a new machine, but it's very possible. So yeah, we'll check the supply and see what that's like. fuel since the tank is so full. It's a pretty decent stream of fuel there for having to go up hill. Alright, I just blew through the line. I know you can use compressed air from compressor. I usually do it with my mouth so that I can feel if the line is blocked up, and it wasn't a for sure that it was blocked. I feel like I pushed some stuff through. Maybe. I guess we'll see when we turn the key on. If that starts pulling fuel, then we know that there was a bit of dirt or something in the line. So let's give it a shot. We'll turn the key on and see. Still doesn't look like it's pulling any fuel. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pull the filter off the head assembly, and we'll turn the key on again and see what we're getting. It's pretty obvious we're not getting fuel sucked through. So, all right, filter's off. We'll turn the key on and let's see what difference it makes. Alright, pump is running, not a lick of fuel is coming in, and that line is not blocked, so possible lift pump issue. Alright, so funny enough, when I knew I was coming here, I was driving down the road and I remembered I have a electric lift pump for these machines, the whole filter base assembly. I had pulled off a machine one at I think 2 years ago, thinking the machine was having fuel issues, thinking it was the lift pump. Intermittently it was, so we changed out the electric lift pump and that didn't fix it. It ended up being the fuel tank cap vent. There's it's a built-in breather inside the bottom of the vent, or cap, sorry. There's foam in here. It got really plugged up and dirty. So I kept that electric lift pump, and I think we might need it today. So I have it here, and we might swap it out and see what difference it makes. Alright, so we got the electric lift pump in place. I'm just going to leave it there and hook up the supply, power it up, and see if it pulls any fuel out of the tank. that was not what I was expecting. No fuel came out, so I'm gonna run. I've got a jerry can with fuel and some 3/8 line. I'm just gonna run it to this pump and see. Well, I could run it to that one too and see if it'll pump fuel out of the jerry can. And that'll tell us whether the issue is with the tank or the electric lift pump. So I'm pretty sure this pump is working. What are the chances two of them don't work? Try that. Figured it out. Okay, we got fuel now. And I think I figured it out. It's kind of a odd one. Let me get this head off and I'll explain to you guys. Alright, so I think what's happened is when the operator, I'm wondering if he pulled this filter off instead of, well, maybe he drained it out, drained the bowl, I don't know. I don't know if he pulled the filter off, but I could feel when I spun the filter on, it kind of snaps in place. You can see lock, unlock, locked in. I'm assuming the filter has to be snapped in all the way to push this ring up, and then that allows the fuel to come down. So let's put that filter back on the skid steer, tighten it all the way, and let's see what we get. Okay, let's see if we can kind of see. There. Felt it kind of snap in place, so let's try that. Alright, so I guess I was wrong about the fuel filter and snapping it tight. I just did that. I just put that filter back on the machine and it still won't pull fuel. So I just put this other base in, and we're gonna turn the key on, and if it pumps fuel right away, then we're gonna swap the base. Okay, so we got fuel. Alright, we're going to swap the base. Or I'm going to call the customer and see if they want to use warranty, because this machine is this machine's only it's a 2024, so it might be under warranty for that filter base assembly. And the decision's going to be up to them. If they want the skid steer running, I can put this base back on, but it's been sitting in my shed for a couple of years, and I don't want anything to void warranty or something like wrong. Let's see what they want to do. Alright, I just ended up swapping the electric lift pump on top of the base. So let's see what it does now. Alright, still no fuel. So I guess now I'm going to pull this base off, and I'm going to check in here for any dirt where the supply comes in the base, because I already know with the other filter base that I can get it to pump fuel. So coming from the tank is not the problem. Maybe it sucked something up and it's trapped in here somewhere. Let's pull it off and have a look. I figured it out. So far, getting no fuel going through the base assembly. Swapped. I actually brought an old base with me from another machine to try and test this. And I'm just going to pull this base off. I feel like something's stopped up in here. Okay. Jammed up. Got a dirt or something. I'm not even sure.
Let me know if you need to fill anything up after. I think it's full, right?
It's full now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll have her run it.
Beautiful.
I'll try my best anyway. it's sucking air through the water separator. When I blow through the supply, it just that's weird. I wonder if, because I know he was screwing around with the water separator. I wonder if there is a missing O-ring and it's just sucking air. Can't even get it out. Let's pull this piece off. Huh, that would be interesting. I could see that happening. Oh yeah, something doesn't feel right here. Feels like this is this one I can just pull right out. So there's something wrong with when he took it out. It'd be nice if I could get it out to see. Probably gonna end up breaking it. Okay, we're gonna swap the other water separator from this filter. And that would make complete sense, because he was draining that out. Maybe he pulled it out. I don't know if it's seated properly when he put it back in. Okay, let's see. Close this one. Okay, can't blow through it. All right. So, all right, we got no leak. I've just swapped the water separator bowl onto, this is the original housing off the machine. We're gonna put it on and then we're gonna try to, that's pretty much a smoking gun fix. There. It was just sucking air out of the other, or out of the water separator, and it wouldn't pull fuel. So let's get it back in and test it out. Of course I'd leave a socket on. turn the key on and see what we got. Hey, we got fuel. She's filling up. Perfect. Pump sounds a lot better too. There. Now you can really hear it's full. Perfect. Let's fire it up. Hey guys, so got that skid steer running, and yeah, so I guess when the operator drained out the water separator and for whatever reason it didn't seat right in the bowl. I tried messing around with it myself and I couldn't get it to seat right, so I ended up taking the bowl off the other filter head assembly I had as a spare, and the way it went, so that's perfect. It's just sucking air and wouldn't pull the fuel from the tank. So thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, and see you on the next videos. Thanks.